Hey guys, welcome to the first video of the how-to series. In today's video, we're going to open, remove, clean the air filter on this Z900. You can use the same video if you want to replace the air filter or upgrade your air filter and many more things. So let's get started. So before we get started, here's a list of tools that you are going to require to do this job. Get all of these tools in whatever format that you can get. Now, to get to the air filter on this motorcycle is under the tank, so we need to get the tank off. To get the tank off, we need to get the seat off. Once this bolt is out, we need to pull this behind like this, and this comes off. This can stay right here, and we can now pull the seat out. So to pull the seat out, you need to really tug on it like this, because the seat sits, these two sit on these two rubber grommets which holds it fairly tight. The next step is to get the tank off. Getting the tank off on a Z900 is a bit of a tedious process. We'll start on the bottom first. We have to get these two screws out for each side of the panel. Over here we have to get 1, 2 Allen keys out, and this comes off, and then we can get this panel out. For the front, we need to remove one bolt here, another bolt here, and there are a bunch of push clips. Inside that we need to do to get these panels out. So I'm going to use my handy electric screwdriver to take the bolts out faster. It just makes the job a lot easier, but you can use a normal Allen key to do the same. So that is 1, 2. These two bolts are out, and then you can just pull this out carefully. So that is 1. That is the second, and this panel comes out. It holds on two rubber grommets. Keep these panels to the side, put the bolts in the magnet disk tray, come back, and we are now going to start on the upper part. So
second one here, and I think there's a.
So this is an Allen key right here. This is a 5 number Allen key. This is another one which holds the whole panels in place.
Try to get it all the way. And there you go. So that loosens the bolt. I can now try to use the ball end of the Allen key to get the bolt out.
The frame slider makes it a little bit trickier, but now it's loose, so this can come off. You need a sort of a sharp or a pointy end thing to open push clips. So I'm just going to use this Allen key bit. So if Sanket can come closer, this is what a normal push clip looks like. There's a smaller circle on the inside of it, if you can see that, and there's a bigger circle. So you take your sharp pointy bit, you place it on the inner circle and push it in. So that presses in. Once that presses in, the push clip loosens and it can come off, right? So that's that. So there's one there, come from this side, one there, 2, 3, 4. So all of these 4 have to come off.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now this panel has a hook here, so if I slide it up slightly, should just come off. There you go. There's another boot right there, and yep, there's this intricate design inside which stops it from vibrating and shaking all the way, so you have to take it out in a certain way. Now I have to take this piece off, and see, we remove that piece because there's an Allen bolt right here. So this Allen bolt comes off and this panel can come off. I'm going to repeat the exact same process on the other side. The left side is important because the left side houses an electronic device that we need to take care of when we remove this. So the same process, slide it up, slide it out. This needs to be pulled up to unclip it from that inner panel, and as you can see, there's a regulator rectifier on here. There's a push button here. You push it in and get your rectifier out. Yep. So that's that come out. You don't necessarily need to take this off. You can just keep it hanging there. We don't like to keep stuff hanging, so we take it off and keep it on the side. So now all the panels and everything out, we can start removing the tank. The tank is mounted on 2 bolts on either side on these ones, and 2 bolts on these rubber mountings. These bolts are covered with this plate which sits on these 2 screws, so they need to come off. This plate needs to come off, and then we can go ahead and remove that. Now you see this green color wire. This wire is the connection for the fuel pump and the fuel level sensor. So this tab, pull this up and pull it out. There are 2 pipes here. These are your breather and overflow pipes, so these pipes need to come off. So the tank bolts are out. As you can see, you can now lift the tank easily. Now this is where the tricky part comes. So I'll try to get in as a clear view as possible. This is your fuel pipe. These 2 red knobs, they extend. So you need to flare them like this, and that's your locking mechanism which can then push out. So those two flare and push out. Once that pushes out, you can then push the fuel pipe off the fuel pump just like that. A little bit of fuel is going to spill. You can keep a rag down there to contain that. If you keep the fuel pipe up like that, because of gravity it won't fall down, but the fuel tank is free to be taken away. This is your air box. This is where your air filter sits. This motorcycle has a BMC air filter. We are getting it out to clean it. I'm now going to show how to open the air box so you can access the air filter. We need PH2 or PH1 screws to open all the screws around and the one in the middle. But before we do that, we need to get the ECU and the relay unit out of the way. So these two screws should do that. These two screws are PH3 screws. If you don't use the right screwdriver on the right screw, you will end up stripping the head of the screw. Got all the bolts and everything out, we need to take care of this. So this is a bracket which holds a lot of connectors in place. We need to slowly and carefully slide it out because it's a fragile metal bracket. And yep, that's it. Now that can sit to one side and we can pull the air filter cover out. Right, we'll keep this to one side. And this is your air filter. You remove it from here and slide it out. This is what your air filter looks like, and this is pretty dirty. This needs to. We'll clean this up and then I will show you how to put this all back together. So we have the air filter back in place. It goes into a slot. Once that is done, we are going to start closing everything back up. So this is the cover which goes on and slots in place. I would start with this screw first. Now we have a lot of problem with these air boxes because people tend to over tighten these screws a lot. So here's what I want you to do. Once we put the screw in, we rotate it in the opposite direction till it clicks. So I keep rotating it opposite. See, it just clicked. Once it clicked, then you start tightening it, right? Once you tighten, it will hit bottom. Once it hits bottom, I want you to rotate it a maximum of half a turn. So you go half, that's it, and it's going to snap like that once it's fully tight. You use only a couple of fingers to tighten it. That's all. Any tighter than that, you are going to damage the threads on the box. I have a screwdriver which has a torque setting on it, so I use that to tighten them. So that's all the screws in place. Airbox is tight. We want to put this bracket that we had taken out back, so you do need to pull it a fair bit before you can align it. Once it is aligned, all you have to do is just press it in, and that's it, that's in place. So that was another thing. Now we can put the ECU and the relay box back in place. So this tab of the ECU goes like that. This with the red thing up goes on here. Put this on and slide it. It clicks like that, and then we close this, and that's it. That's your fuel connection in place. This pipe goes here. Now we can place the tank back. These two pipes go where they came from. We now have the tank back in place. All the bolts have been tightened. We've placed this key cover on. It fits on two Allen screws here and there before the side covers go on. The first thing I like to do is put this panel back. So there are 1 and 2 holes which go right on the tank like this. So place it on top, push one and place it on. So from here you can look whether it is placed properly and then push, right? Then we have one Allen key here, another Allen key right here. That's 2. The panel goes on just like this. You have to put this 1 screw, 2 screw, push clip. So this connector goes in like so, and there is a tab here which goes inside that. So this piece slides inside for support, and yep, that's how it is. You put this upper tab in, so this locks it in place. there's a push this here, this locks it in place, and that's that. 3 push clips inside, 5 Allen bolt there, 4 Allen bolt here, and that will close this panel up. So whatever we did on the left side, we've replicated on the right side. We put this panel first, then we put that panel, then we put the inside panels, put the screws and everything, and put the outer panel just like that. This side is a lot more easier than the left side. These hooks go inside here, so the seat has to be placed, slide, yep. So the seat has to be placed like that, and then if you can see, these rubber things sit there, and you just press, that's it. This thing goes, this is the locking plate, so that someone does not remove the seat without your knowledge. This slides in. With this in place, the seat is not going to come out. One bolt that we removed, the first bolt that we removed, that has been the an air filter change on a Kawasaki Z900. We are going to do more videos like this, and you can watch the series right there. See you later. Ride safe, ride hard. Bye.